In this video, we are going to explore how we can create high-level architectural diagram using MCP server capabilities of Draw.io and Excalidraw. And to interact with these MCP servers, we are going to use Claude Desktop and Visual Studio Code. So let's get started with that. So first thing, I'm just going to open my Claude Desktop. So once you open your Claude Desktop, you need to go to in your settings. So I'm just going to go to File and then I'm just going to go to Settings. And under this, you can see these connectors over here. I'm just going to click on this connector. And you see this connector, I'm just going to click on this Browse Connectors. So these are the connectors which are built by third parties and already reviewed by Anthropic for safety. You can just use like any of the connectors from here. As of now, if I search for Draw.io, then there is no connector as such, but there is a connector for Excalidraw. So let's get started with Excalidraw. I'm just going to click on the connect. And you can see like this is already over here. It has been connected. If you just want to have a look like which connector is already in place, there is also, you can also check it from this customize button. You can also click over here. Then you can go to connectors. And here also you could see, okay, this connector has been listed here. This particular connector comes with these specific tools. Now let's go back to our chat and let's try to draw something out here. I'm just going to say use Excalidraw to create an architectural diagram for a modern web application. It should include a React frontend, fast repair backend, PostgreSQL database, and there are some specific details. So you can pass your prompt like this. Model is default one, which is Sonnet 4.6, and you can see I'm on free plan. So it's going to work in the free plan also. So I'm just going to go ahead and submit this. And first thing you can see, Claude is searching for a tool. It has identified a tool and now actually it has started creating this particular diagram. And you can see like this particular diagram in real time, how it is, creating, and it's very cool to see. Put out all the boxes based on the description what we have provided. And at the bottom, it is just sharing the details around it. What you can do if you want to edit you can also open this one in Excalidraw web page, or you can also edit it over here. So if I just click on edit, then you can see like this particular window has been opened, and I can also just click on any of the part and can edit it, or I can just directly open it in the web browser of Excalidraw. And it's asking my permission. I'm just going to say open link. So from here also actually you can edit your images. And it's very easy to connect with Claude Desktop considering they do have inbuilt connectors, so you don't have to pass any kind of config as such. Now what about Draw.io? So when we see Draw.io MCP server, then there are basically three options to connect with this particular server. One is like we can just pass this remote URL to connect to the MCP server. That's one option. The second option is going to be where if you are running something on your local, and for that actually you just have to pass this command. And other option is where actually you can pass it as a skill. So let's see it one by one. Because we are using a Claude Desktop version, so we cannot pass this remote MCP server. We can pass only this particular command. Now, so I'm just going to take this, and if I need to add it into my Claude, then I'm again go to settings, and from here I will just go to developer. You can see like it's already added as a local MCP server, but if it is not added, then you can just click on edit.config, and it's going to open you this Claude Desktop config file, which you can open it in any kind of notepad. And then in the command section, actually you have to pass the command like this, where we have to pass this npx, and then in arguments we have to pass this particular section. So we are passing it here. Now once it has been added into Claude Desktop, then you will also see this in a connector. So if I go over here in the customize in the connectors, then you can see one is a web version which Excalidraw, and the other is a desktop one which is a local dev. Once it is configured, I try to ask this question where I have specifically asked it to use Draw.io to create a high level payment diagram, and it has created over here. So I can just open this particular URL, and it has created a payment kind of diagram like this. Here also actually it's a editable version, so it has opened it on the Draw.io, and we can just go ahead and modify things accordingly. The first option was this remote MCP server. If you want to just try it out, where you want to see the diagram in the inline chat, then I cannot do it on the Claude desktop. We have to do it on the web version. But rather than doing over there, I'm just going to do it in the VS Code. So in the VS Code, if we have to add like any kind of MCP server, then we have to just click on Control Shift and P. I'm on Windows, and here I just have to say add server. And you can see like all these options, because this is going to be the remote server. So I'm just going to select this HTTP, and it's saying like URL of the MCP server. So here I can just say this is going to be the URL, and I can just pass it over here. And then it's saying enter server ID. I'm just going to say draw IO. And you can see like it has created a configuration like this. It's going to come up with 3 tools. I'm just going to start the server. And here we do have like one particular tool available. So let me just open GitHub Copilot Chat and let's chat with this particular server. So I can just pass the same prompt, but instead of Excalidraw, I'm specifically asking to use draw.io. Now it's trying to create a diagram for us, and you can see like it has created it using draw.io MCP server. In this case, it's coming inline because it is rendering MCP app. And as mentioned over here, if you are using this particular remote MCP server, then the diagram is going to come inline in the AI chat interface only using MCP apps protocol. So same thing is being reflected over here. So here we are getting the diagram in the chat itself. We can zoom out or zoom in just to see a specific section, but it's not going to get opened on the web portal. It's going to be opened here only. Now the third option what we have is creating draw.io diagram using skills. So I'm just going to go to skills. I'm just going to click on this, and I'm just going to say upload skill, and I just need to pass an MD file over here. So to do that, I'm just going to go to this full documentation, which is here. From here, I will go to the parent one, and here we do have this skill.md file. So I'm just going to download it from here, and the same file I can upload it here. So this is a skill.md file, and this is going to be the custom skill which we are uploading. And now you can see I do have this draw.io diagram skill, and it has been listed in the my skill section, and it has been on by default. Now if I have to invoke that skill, then I can just say use draw.io skill to create high level payment design diagram. And it has started reading this draw.io skill, which we have just added it. And you can see like it has started creating the diagram in the XML format. So let's wait for this to be completed. And it has automatically routed us to the web URL where actually we can see and edit our diagram. And same thing it has listed here also. So with the details like what kind of layers have been included. So that's how actually you can interact with Excalidraw and draw.io using multiple options. That's all what we have in this video. Thank you for watching.